Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports. I'm your host, Wayne Holloway, and once again, thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. Likes are free, so hit that like button, please, and leave us any comments, anything you want to talk to us about, and you can always hit us in our DMs and suggest things you want to see on the show. Holler at us, we holler back. I don't want to take up too much time because it's a whole lot of stuff to get into, and I'm anxious to tear it open. But please, before we start anything, let me introduce my co-host. He's the man, the myth, the legend, the man that knows what's going on in sports. His name is Mr. Steven Rubain.
Oh man, I'm like sports drunk from Thanksgiving. Just so much sports to watch. I think I watched about at least 40 hours, 50 hours, maybe even 60 hours of sports over the last week.
Man, you got an overload going on.
Overload of sports. I mean, I love it though. I can all day long go from football to basketball and back
I'm
again.
not mad at you.
So
how was your turkey dinner?
Turkey dinner was nice. Like I said, I had a nice little quiet one. Watching the sports, I had all those football games to watch. One good game and two duds, but we're gonna get to that in a few minutes.
Oh man, it was what it was, but it was a beautiful thing going on.
Yeah,
we got some upsets though.
Some upsets this
My
week.
goodness,
yeah, we
upsets.
got some upsets this week, and we got some firing.
Oh man, we got some people that got rid of.
So you know me, I love a good firing. So as you see, I'm back to wearing my Commander's cap. We're gonna get to that later on the show.
Hey, you know what? I didn't notice that till you said. You're back and forth so much right now because of the turmoil that's going on. But I get what you're saying because I'm going through some turmoil myself over in Carolina country.
Yeah, it's nice to know for once the Commanders aren't the most dysfunctional organization in the NFL. It feels good. We might be number two.
On the outside looking in, it didn't look that dysfunctional. You guys, you guys be putting up some wins. You be fighting.
Oh, man, well, I recognize what the Panthers are going through because we had a guy called Daniel Snyder, and he's doing the same things that David Tepper is doing now. So,
we'll get to that. Yes. Where you want to go first?
Let's talk about the NBA. Let's go into a little NBA action because the NBA
news.
We're not going to go too much into it, but the NBA finally, this in-season tournament, we got down to the final 8. So I'm just going to get into the number 1 seeds for each conference. The Lakers are the number 1 seed in the Western Conference.
Go Lake Show.
And the Milwaukee Bucks are the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. So now that we got a little clarity on this, now it's straight up 8 teams, single elimination. So
it was kind of confusing to me.
Yeah, all that point differential. I do like point differential though. I'm gonna tell you why. Because nowadays a lot of teams just kind of slump off and just hey, we're not gonna win, so let's just put them bums in and we'll lose by 40, 45 points. Now that you got point differential, every game matters. You got to play to the end because you want to make sure you get as many points as you can.
What you got to explain to me is the Lakers got blown out.
Yes.
But where do they rank in this contest?
Number 1, because that game they got blown out in, and that's why I'm going back to that point differential. That game didn't count towards the in-season tournament. And I think that's the confusion that comes in, is that some games count for the tournament and some games do not. And so I think they need to do a clear picture as to when they're going to hold these games so people know, okay, well, this is not an in-season tournament game, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, that part they got to figure out next year. I think they got to make
I don't like that.
Yeah, they got to make it a lot clearer.
I believe that when the tournament comes around, if the tournament is going to be 30 games, that whole 30 games should be tournament games. Then you go back into the regular season, but they all still count for regular season.
That makes the most sense, and I think that's where they need to probably go to towards next year is just leave a block of the season just for the tournament and have the guys play the tournament for that week and a half, 2 weeks, and make it. I think this year they wanted to stretch it out for a whole month, but I think that's a bad idea. I think people are more focused on it.
It could be a month, but have the whole month be every game that's linked.
But that's the thing. If they do it like that, then they never have to stretch the season out longer.
Why?
Because they already have an 82-game schedule,
but the season still counts for these games.
But only the first 4 games count. Now the games they're doing now don't count towards the standings. So that's where the confusion kicks in.
Yeah.
So now they're going to be still having other games going on, but you're going to be having these 4 tournament games happening as well. So it's confusing.
When we open the phone lines, I want to ask some people, how do they feel about that?
Yeah, they need to clear this up because, like you said, now you're gonna have some games that are in-season tournament games, some games that are not, and you're not gonna know which are which. And so it's gonna be that part. I agree with you on. They need to clear that up.
That's crazy.
It is a little crazy, but it's a new thing, so I guess you gotta figure it out. So,
I mean, we got to weigh the good with the bad. I mean, I love the way the floors look.
Yeah,
it looks juicy. You know,
the floors look nice.
It's brand new.
The quality of play definitely you could tell the quality of play is much better. I mean, guys are playing harder in those games, but yeah, they need to figure out, like you said, separating the tournament from the regular season game so it doesn't look like a big mess.
It's fine with it being combined. I just believe it should be a block chunked out for the tournament.
Right. Well, I mean, but that's the thing. Like you're saying, if you do a combined like they're doing it now, yeah, you're right. It messes up the rhythm.
And I don't think anybody mind getting paid more money for some extra games.
Oh no, I don't think so either. But yeah, so we're gonna wait and see. But let's give it. We'll give it a chance. Like I said, Lakers #1 in the West, and the Bucks #1 in the East. So let's see how that plays out. East and West. So we'll see how that plays out. Like I said, we don't waste too much time on this because we got so much to get into with the NFL.
Oh man,
let's get into college basketball. I'm gonna just do college basketball real quick. We got to do all the college tournaments. So, like I told you, I love Thanksgiving tournament season in college basketball. So the teams that survived in the top 5 in college basketball, we have number 5, Kansas, that fell. They lost last week, so they fell down from number 1. UConn, number 4. Marquette, number 3. Arizona, number 2. And the Purdue Boilermakers are number 1. They got this 7'4" guy, Zach Edey. He's a good college player, but when you look at how Victor Wembanyama plays at 7'4", and you look at him, it's like night and day. It's like the old school 7'4" guy who's like very slow of foot. Everything is inside the post.
Right.
And then you got Wembanyama who's just all over the place and just bringing the ball up the court, shooting
like
threes.
He's Iverson at
7'5", shooting threes, blocking shots from inside the paint all the way across the court.
That's one thing that we got to get used to, and that's why I don't like comparing errors.
Yeah,
the equipment got better. Mm-hmm. The noticing of what to do to make you better is completely different.
Right.
You can't compare those.
You can't, because back in the other days, you didn't have guys like Durant and Wembanyama who were 7 foot plus and playing like point guards. You had guys like this guy, like I said, Zach Edey, who's 7'5", but other than 5 feet inside the rim, he's no good for you because he's not shooting anything other than layups and jump, and blocking shots.
No.
So it's a different game, but it's definitely a different game. But like I said, I just wanted to get a little college basketball in, college football. Now we got a little more clarity in the college football game. We had all those big games last week. Mm-hmm. The biggest one, Michigan was able to knock off #1 Ohio State, which now pretty much puts Ohio State in the outside looking in. They got to hope for some help to get them into the college football playoff, because we have at #4, Florida State moved up. Then we have at #3, Washington. #2, Michigan. And #1, the 2-time defending college football playoff champion, Georgia Bulldogs. People keep, for whatever reason, they don't want to give Georgia that respect. But Georgia, hey, 2 times in a row, they're going for #3. I got them as favorite still. Until you knock off the big dog, they got to always give them that respect. So I got Georgia still going all the way. But teams on the outside, Oregon's #5. They got to hope for somebody to lose this week. Ohio State #6.
That's
Texas
a bad place to be. Hoping somebody
loses. Yeah,
that's like fantasy football. You're like, I hope this guy.
God, I hope this team loses. Please, you don't want to wish injury, but okay, maybe if they just have a little,
or maybe he slip and just fall the wrong way this game. And he can't play this game.
Feel a little disoriented, but nothing.
But he's okay.
He's okay. He'll be all right. But just he needs to get a rest of the game. We've all been there. Didn't you win one fantasy football game this week by like 0.35 points?
Yeah, something like that. But it's crazy this week. I don't want to get rid of some people on my bench, so I'm gonna go with some empty slots.
Yeah, speaking of that. Yeah, this is the last week of fantasy football bye. So
I didn't think it was going to hit me this hard. I thought last week was my horrible week.
This is the one. I think 6 teams are out this week. That's why. So a lot of guys are on. Check your fantasy teams out, but after this week, get your team set because now we're moving to playoff season and no more buys. So your best teams are going to be playing the best teams, and so
the best of the best.
So it's going to be good. So yeah. So I advise you this week, really look on the waiver wires, store some guys for the playoffs. This is a good time now to.
And if you have to pay your commissioner, pay your commissioner.
Yeah.
Don't make the commissioner have to hunt you down.
Oh man. I feel bad. I may be one of them people, but yeah.
This year I tried it a different way since I have, basically a lot of people that come back.
Right.
I'm no sweat, but the commissioner will be making his phone calls and making his rounds.
Yeah. That's called the commish. That's what the commission got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
Yes, sir.
So college football now, like I said, we got one last week. This is the tournament week. This is where you have the finals of the different conference tournaments for college football. So we got some good ones. We got Georgia, Alabama. So that would be a huge one for a team like Oregon, who's hoping that Alabama can knock off Georgia and they can sneak in. We got Michigan, Iowa. I think we got Florida State playing against, trying to remember, I think that's Louisville. It was Florida State, Louisville is the other big one. And then Washington, Oregon. And that's almost like an elimination game.
Any news about Deion?
Yeah. Deion lost his last game last week to Utah.
Why do you say so happy when
I'm not happy about Deion. It's a disappointing situation.
It was just like the zest in your voice. Yeah.
Yes,
I got something to say about Deion.
I got something to say about Deion because Deion now he's losing recruits. I don't know if you saw on the news this week, but his 2 top quarterback recruits both have gone back into the transfer portal. And this is going to be a result of all the maneuvering he's done. Yeah,
too much talking. Too much talking.
He's done.
You're a coach. Mm-hmm. Be a coach. They don't need to explain to people your moves.
Right.
Do your moves. There's no need to position. There's no need to
well, stick to football.
Yeah, no need to boast.
And no need to boast. Yeah, because as the coach, you can't do the plays on the field. Your players do. So when you're boasting, your players are held accountable for your boast.
Exactly.
And you got that platform.
And none of them are Deion Sanders.
Exactly. And exactly. None of them are Deion Sanders. And no coaches are Deion Sanders either. No other coach can go out there and boast like he does and get that platform. So, so he got some issues with recruiting going on because he's going to have to really struggle to get, what thought would be an easy thing for him is bringing in talent. It may not be so easy anymore. So we're going to wait and see how that plays out.
He'll get it together.
Well, he's going to have to get it. He's going to have to. I mean, he's going to have to use his charisma, go out there on that transfer portal and just try to get some guys that want to come over. So
make it happen, Captain.
Make it happen, Captain. So so college football, like I said, watch some of these games. We got some great lineups this week. The last, big week of the college football season. So before we get to the tournaments, or the bowl games. Sorry, no one's calling the wrong thing. The bowl games. So there was one great story. I don't know if you heard this story. James Madison. Did you hear that story?
No, tell me about it.
Well, James Madison is a school that just came up to Division I football. I think it was last year, but it was their first year.
Right.
So the NCAA got this real stupid rule that for your first 3 years, you can't play in a bowl game. I mean, does that make any sense to you? If you earn the right, if you play the teams you're playing against and you win the games, why should you not be able to play in a bowl? So this James Madison team started the season, I think they were like 11-0. And they sent out a petition to the NCAA saying, hey, can we play in a bowl game? We're in first place in our conference, or we're a Division I team. NCAA says no. Our rules are our rules, so we're going to stick by it. But then the NCAA...
What sense does that make?
Makes no sense at all. So ended up, James Madison ended up losing the game. They ended up winning the last game, so they're 12-1. Now here's the crazy part. The NCAA has another rule where to play in a bowl game, you have to win at least 6 games. So you got 81 bowls. It's like a crazy number of bowls now. They didn't have enough teams with 6 wins to make all the bowl games.
I don't want to hear this.
So James Madison, the school they said could not get into a bowl game because of our rules on the 3-year rule. They're going to be in a bowl game because there's not enough 6-win teams. So James Madison has to get into a bowl game. So the rule is if we don't have enough 6-win teams, we're going to let in the teams who can't play otherwise.
So that was the I guess the segue for them to get in. Well, not the segue, right. but
they have two different rules.
The discrepancy that they can slide them in.
Exactly, but we can't break the first rule, but we're going to get you on the second rule. Why not just let him on the first rule?
Why not, when you find out a rule is stupid,
change it?
Change it immediately.
Immediately. I mean, it just makes no sense at all. It's like, well, you're not good enough to get in because of this one rule we have, but we'll just let you get in on the other rule. So it just makes no sense at all.
So you should have just said yes because they got in.
Yeah. I mean, but the NCAA just
yeah.
So it's just a mess. So they got to figure that. That's what I'm saying. The NCAA got to figure a whole lot of things out. They got some crazy rules, and so yeah.
I'm gonna put this number up so you guys can call in. It's 1-909-844-4443. That's 1-909-844-4443. If you want to talk about what we're talking about, hit us up. Yes. We will answer, but we're gonna keep on with the show.
Let's go on the show. I've been holding off long enough. It's NFL time. And I'm gonna let you lead up on this one.
I put it up prematurely. I had the NFL. I've been.
Well, I know you've been waiting because I know you got a whole lot to say, and I got a whole lot to rebuttal. So let's just get to it. We've been waiting long enough. Like I'll start first with my news on the Commanders because as I mentioned to you before, I had a 1-week hiatus where I could not put on the cap because I said I need somebody fired. I've been a long-suffering, those who know me know I've been a long-suffering Redskins/Commanders fan. 25 years of pain.
You still ain't let the Redskin name go.
I can't let it go because the Redskin name was a name of greatness. Joe Gibbs, Art Monk, Joe Theismann, Gary
I heard
Clark,
rumors they were
John
trying to get
Riggins.
It to come back.
Anybody, I'll take any of them back. I'd be happy with anybody who brings back the Redskin mystique because that was a great time to be a fan of football. When the Redskin Cowboy game really meant something. The whole week was centered around the Redskins Cowboys, the greatest rivalry in the NFL. And then this Thursday,
hey, but you got rid of some people already.
Well,
what head roll for you back in the?
Well, before I get to that, this was an embarrassing game. Cowboys 45, Commanders 10, and it wasn't even that close. I mean, this was like as painful for a Redskin Commander fan as you can get. Is not only to lose to your rival on Thanksgiving Day when you're ready to eat your turkey, but to get blown out and embarrassed. I mean, they were dancing, they were jumping in barrels, they were pulling turkeys out of barrels. Wow. They were doing all kind of crazy stuff.
They had it planned like they knew it was
going to happen. And then the ultimate insult, the guy, Deron Bland, who, had 4, I think it was 4 or 5 interceptions for touchdowns this year. He needed one more to break the record.
Don't say it.
Late in the fourth quarter.
He broke
my
the record.
Man, Sam Howell, drew one of the worst. I mean, if you did your study, all 5 of his touchdowns were on the same type of play, a little slant across to the sideline, and he steps in front. And
they got tired of that.
But if you did your homework, he's been doing it every instrument he has. It's been the same play. They threw the same play to him. He intercepted it. And they were at the 5-yard. The 2 guys were converging on him at the same time at the 5-yard line. I said, well, at the very least, don't let him score to break the record. What happens? Both of them run into each other, smash each other off the ball, and he just touched into the end zone. I said, this is as bad news bears as it gets.
Keystone Cops.
Yeah, they couldn't even, they both had a beeline to him. And they went and knocked each other off the ball, and he scored the touchdown. And I said, somebody's head got a roll. So
that's only something that you can see on a TV program.
Oh yeah. So I mean, you have to make you can't make it up that this type of stuff happens.
Lamont Mahilia said you guys can't even sing your fight song anymore.
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about that. That's a whole nother story for another day. But it's just the organization just in tatters. And like I said, we got the owner gone, but it's going to take years to recover from the stench that Daniel Snyder put on us. So they went ahead and basically, you know how this goes. the owner said, "Look, you got to fire somebody. You know, I'm going to fire you, or you got to fire somebody." So your guy, Ron Rivera, said, "Okay,
don't say my guy.
He's your guy.
No,
Carolina Panther finest.
No,
we're gonna get to that in a few minutes.
Oh man,
but Carolina Panther finest, Ron Rivera said, "Okay, I'm gonna fire the defensive coordinator. So Jack Del Rio, you got to go.
He's out of there.
He's out of there." Now, not only did they fire him, they fired other coaches too. They just said, "Hey, we're gonna clean the defensive side out." So
it's like they already got him packing his bags.
Take
your people with
you. Take your people with you. So sound like another team we're gonna get to in a few
minutes.
Darnell,
what's up, sir? He said, "Mr. 49er, bang bang in the house."
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the Niners. We got the Niners coming up.
Oh yeah, we got.
We're gonna get. We got something for y'all. Yes, we got something definitely to talk about with y'all. So y'all got a big game this week.
Huge game.
We're gonna find out this week what the 49ers are really about. So yeah, so our coach is gone. Their real's gone. I just needed somebody's head to roll. Somebody had to be responsible for this mess we have.
Yeah, I like. So somebody head rolling was very nice for me.
Yeah, my dinner was upset, but then later on that day I felt a little better. So that's when I get.
Blow with some sports. Who's calling?
Mr. Lamont here.
Oh, what's going on, sir?
Fly, Eagles fly.
He's the one that said y'all can't sing your fight song.
But you can't. Listen to me. You know, as someone our rivals in our division, it's painful how far the organization has fallen.
They heard it many times.
Listen to me. I used to go to Eagle games back in the day when the Redskins were a dominant team. Eagle fans are nasty. I have to tell you that Eagle fans are nasty fans. I mean, they just some nasty folks. They just
we're the worst.
Are the worst. I mean, y'all in there just. I mean, y'all don't care about kids. Y'all don't care about no kind of. Y'all in there just.
Ooh,
curse it, calm.
It sounds like the whole division is just like, wow,
man. Yeah, I mean, it used to be crazy because there was a legitimate hatred for each other. I mean, it was not just manufacturers, not just this. No,
that's the football I want us to get back to.
Yeah, that's what we need to get back to. But no, it's a different product nowadays. Nowadays, people just fight for the fight. They're just like, hey, we're the game. Let's just fight.
Yeah, you got a different jersey on.
Yeah,
like we're not playing y'all this week. I don't like you anyway.
So yeah, we just gonna fight. But yeah.
But funny story, actually, I know you guys' song because I lost a bet with Chick back in the day.
Listen to me.
I had to learn it.
Listen to me.
He lost a bet and had to learn your song.
Listen to me. When I was in elementary school, my music teacher, that was part of our music program, was that we had to memorize the Redskin fight song. That's how I know the song. I learned the song back when I was in 4th grade. I remember to this day. That was part of our music program in elementary school, was learning the Redskin fight song. That's how passionate the fan base was back in those days. And so to see where we've become now is just a sad, sad state.
Lamont, where you calling from?
I'm calling from DFW, Dallas Fort Worth.
Ooh.
Oh, you out there.
You out there. Ooh.
You out there. Are you scared to wear your Eagles hat when you walk around out there?
I was going to say,
everywhere I go,
I'm sure they give you a hard time.
A whole hard time.
Oof. I love it.
I bet you do.
It ain't no hard time. They can only respect it. It's like they get mad, but you gotta respect it.
Yeah, I gotta respect it. But before we get into the Panthers, because we gotta talk about the Panthers for sure. But let's talk about the Eagles real quick, because that was the game of the week.
Hey, that's it.
I will give the Eagles their due.
You got to.
Jalen Hurts, when the Bills scored that score to go ahead and put in the overtime, and they had the 3-point lead in overtime. You just knew Jalen Hurts was going to take the ball down the field and get a touchdown.
I didn't.
I did.
They're not built that way. Yeah, but they did it.
Jalen Hurts is a different beast. He has a different. I mean, he was just so calm, cool, collected. He just played it. I mean, it was just so matriculated in a way that just bang, bang, bang. Everything was controlled. There was no rush. There was no panic in his.
You know how I am, and I do not like other teams.
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Carolina, but football's football, and the Eagles are scary.
Yeah,
the Eagles are really scary with the way they play. Like they're not playing to beat you down. They play their own football, and they make you play their game.
Play their game. And like I said, as long as he stays healthy, I mean, that's the only thing I can be concerned about with them is health. If he stays healthy, I think they're the team to beat. And I watched every team.
It looks like
I still like the Niners. I still like what I see in the Chiefs, but I think they got everything. Niners got some question marks in some places.
I tried everything to hate on this team.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he did.
When I picked against them last week, it wasn't. I still thought they were the better team. I just thought they would have a letdown from the week before. And no matter what obstacle they face, they figure it out.
Yeah,
they're a run heavy team.
Right.
They're not a team that you think can come back from a deficit, but they showed you they can move the ball down the field when prompted to.
They can do whatever needs to get done. If you need to run, they run it. Go ahead.
That's my only request when I die is that when I die, you bury me in a Jalen Hurts jersey.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, here we go.
But let me ask you a question now. I mean, I know where you're going to go with this. I heard him. Let me ask you a question though. Right now, who do we have number one? Do we have Hurts or Mahomes? Who's the number one quarterback in the league right now?
I wouldn't even put Mahomes is up there, but I feel like the two is Jackson.
Tua,
but I would.
I love Tua. Tua's on like in my fantasy teams, but Tua has too many. He has too many of those games where he kind of goes and hides. Like last week, he's supposed to run the score up on the Jets. You playing the Jets on a national televised game. You're supposed to have about 3 or 4 touchdown passes and 300 plus yards. And he played down to the Jets level. So I can't put Tua yet in the Mahomes. I've never seen a game where Mahomes or Hurts plays down to the opponent. Where Tua, I've seen it.
Well, I disagree with that because Hurts is not playing lights out football.
But okay,
he's playing that steady, methodical, that march down football and smash mouth football.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. He never plays down. He gets the job done. He does what he needs to do to win. You never see a game where you're like, man, Hurts just what's wrong with him today? He's just not getting the job done.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, you don't ever see Tua. You've seen that several times this year where he's in games where it's like, man, Tua,
like he's stuck in the mud.
Yeah, is everything all right, man? Is he hurt? Is he, Hurts just looks like every game he's going to give you what needs to get done. He may not be spectacular. He may not get 405 yards, but he'll get the job done.
So it's unanimous. Eagles is number one team right now.
Yeah, Eagles are definitely number one. Who do you have number two? Who do you have number two? Because we fight on this one. Who's your number two?
Number two in the league. Number 15?
Well, and if we do the power rankings, we got Eagles clear number one.
Clear number one. Number two is it's close between the Ravens and the Chiefs.
Yeah, see, I kind of got either one too. I still got the Chiefs number two because I trust Mahomes more than I trust Lamar Jackson. Even though Lamar Jackson is amazing, I just think Mahomes has that different gear of firepower that I haven't seen yet from Lamar Jackson. Hasn't shown me yet in the playoffs he's gonna get the job done. Mahomes has.
Well, you guys, I guess I'm the eyeball in because I got the 49ers number 2.
No.
And I got Baltimore number 3 and Kansas City number 4. My bad.
Yeah. We're gonna see this week. Yeah. This week, Niners against the Eagles will let us know where the Niners stand. So I have Niners 4. I'm
gonna give an analogy. I'm gonna ask Steve first, and then I want you to chime in. Where do you think the Eagles match up with the 49ers? What is the power from on both sides, or which one fares better in this area than the other?
Well, I trust Hurts over Purdy any day.
Okay.
I mean, that's a clear strong suit.
Right.
Now the Niners, I trust McCaffrey over anything the Eagles have running the ball.
Right.
I think as far as passing game goes, I think they're pretty. Maybe a slight edge. Who do you have? You take
for running if you look at the whole entire running game, then you have to add Hurts and Swift, and I feel like we got the pick on that. against the Niners.
But Niners have about what 18, 19 touchdown runs this year.
They're a great running team.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to beat that one. I think your passing game is better than their passing game.
So once you weigh them out, who tips the scale for you?
Well, it's gonna come down to the defense, and that's where the game's gonna be won or lost in this game, because both, like I said, the offenses pretty much weigh themselves out.
So I would give the Niners the pick on like defense, especially like secondary.
See, I like how open and honesty is about that, because that's where I'm at with it too.
Okay.
But the only thing is why it's not like glare. It's not really glaring over us is because they can be beaten up. Like we've seen what happened with their secondary,
right.
So they can be beaten. So it's like, okay, like, but if we look at our team, like we have a lot more holes, like overall, like throughout the entire year.
Right.
So I would give the Niners, especially the secondary, stick on.
Okay, so you're taking the Niners to win this week?
No.
There you go. There you go. Thank you. I mean, we could sit there. Like I said, even when we break it down, you want to get the Niners a slight edge in defense, okay. But I think the Hurts factor overshoots everything else. Until I see, like I said, until I see differently, I'm trusting. If I put the game on the line, and you got Purdy, I got Hurts, I feel good about my chances. And in a close game, it's going to come down to the quarterbacks.
Well, I'm gonna pick it up like this.
Okay.
Clear cut. I can't take anything away from the Eagles, and I've already ranked them being the best of the best, and being able to figure any situation they get into out in the NFL. And what they've been doing, they've been outplayed a lot and figured it out during the game and came back and still controlled the game, like we said, and win.
Right.
With the 49ers going up against the Eagles this week, the 49ers to me is an all-around package. They look like they can just come out and destroy. The Achilles heel to me with the Niners is the coaching game.
Right.
The coaching staff, I don't have that when things don't go their way, because he plans a pretty decent game plan when he comes out. When it doesn't go their way, they kind of lose faith and frail around, and that's where the Eagles can excel on them from right there. With that being said, I believe that the 49ers on paper have a better team than the Eagles.
Yeah, but once again, though, being on paper and winning games are two different things. Look, I can talk about the Commanders. Our front seven looks like it should be a top 5 defense in the league.
Right.
When we had Montez Sweat, we had Young, we had Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne. That defense is supposed to dominate, but you got to play the game. And when the game's being played, it don't matter how you look on paper.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this: what the Eagles did last time is they put Purdy out the game, which kind of which kind of capsized the whole thing.
Right.
But the 49ers were looking pretty damn decent in that game. This is game. It's gonna be a lot of emotions in this game, and it's gonna be a chip on the 49ers shoulder, and especially on Brock Purdy. You know what? I think the Eagles will win the Super Bowl this season.
Right.
But I think the 49ers will win this game.
Okay. All right.
I just got to be honest with it.
You do have to remember that we have the same line and even better than last year. So we're going to get to Purdy. So I'm not wishing any injuries on anyone.
Right.
But just understand that we have the same line and better in the draft that we did last year.
I believe Purdy is not going to hold that ball like last season. I believe you're going to get like last time, you're going to get a steady dose of McCaffrey and their Swiss Army knife, Debo. That you're gonna get a good helping of that. But you also remember, who did they get from the Washington Redskins defensive end?
Yeah, they got
Chase Young. They got Chase Young. I mean, he might be a factor. But don't forget the 12th man too. The game is being played in Philly.
Oh, we get another call. Hey, hold on 1 second. Brother Whistle Sports, who's calling?
This is Mr. 49er himself. This is Darnell.
All right.
What's up, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
I'm good.
Oh, great. We had a nice conversation about your Niners.
Yeah, I heard. I was listening.
Well, let us hang up this phone on Lamont and give us 1 minute and call right back, please.
All right.
Just 1 minute. Let us sum it up with Lamont so we can get back on the phone with you.
Okay.
All right.
I'll call back.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Lamont. Oh, I guess. My bad.
You just ran Lamont off now. now we got nobody. We had two, and now we down to none.
Well, Darnell will be calling back. We lost Lamont. Sorry, Lamont. You can call back. But we got the gist of what you were saying.
So while we're waiting for that call back, so the Niners beat the Seahawks, big divisional game. So they got over 2.5 game lead in their division. So they pretty much are going to run away with the NFC West. So
yeah, because the Seahawks played Dallas, determined Dallas, and Dallas. They're going to use the Seahawk game to be the quotation game because this is a game they're over 500.
Well, look,
and this is what everybody's been saying about them.
I've been saying this for several years. I'll stick by this. And I don't worry about the Cowboys at all until January. If they don't win in January, it don't mean anything what they do in the regular season. But
Blow with some sports. Who's calling?
This is Darnell.
What's up, Darnell? Sorry about that, man.
He tried to run you off. He didn't want to hear what you had to say. No, we're playing with you.
Bang Bang Niner gang in the house. What's up, sir?
In the house.
Now you heard everything we were talking about. We had an Eagle fan on the other line, and it's getting down to the nitty gritty time. We going a lot of heads are going to be turned. What you think is going on in this game?
I'm gonna say it like this: it's not based on the past; it's on the present.
Right.
And revenge is on.
Okay.
That's all it's about.
All right.
It's about we're gonna have to show up and show out.
Revenge.
And we like to run the ball too, and we like to control the tempo.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be two teams going head to head.
Did you hear what I said about you guys?
Yeah, he was speaking good. He's speaking good about you.
I clearly say that I feel that you guys have what it takes to win this game, and you guys should win this game. But the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
But I believe you guys are going to win this game, and you're going to play off emotions. This game is going to be you guys' the Super Bowl right here.
Right. I just think it's tough in Philly.
I believe so.
Yeah. If it was in San Francisco, I'd take out.
I don't know about them winning the Super Bowl. That's a question mark.
They play the game so well.
Yeah.
They play it well, but there's other teams still better than them because they still.
I clearly believe that you guys are better than them. But
they last couple of games, they didn't play all that hot.
They haven't played. See, that's a scary thing. They haven't played hot this entire. They might have had one good game where they were on fire. They've played basically below mediocre games and still figured out a way to win. That should be the scary part about you.
But that's a great team. That's the sign of a great team is finding a way to win.
It's the sound of a great team, but it's still suspect because they could still lose.
Any given Sunday, anybody can lose.
Yeah.
But your team is known to when your game plan is blown, to everybody throws their hands up. We're gonna lose.
I'm not saying it's that. I say it's coaching because coaching gets nervous and they call the wrong plays.
Right.
There you have it.
But that's a whole other factor, though.
That's a main factor.
That's a main factor in the playoffs. You don't trust your coach.
It is a main factor.
And what did I say was their Achilles heel? Coaching.
Yeah, I'm
coaching.
Well, I got coaching and Purdy.
You know what? I still say that we're gonna overcome all that.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna succeed.
Okay.
I would have more faith in you is when you guys were in the big game that your coaching staff would have put the ball in I'm like a broken record. Yeah. If they would have tried to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers, I would go with you, sir. Yeah. But like I said, this game is you guys' Super Bowl.
See, that's the thing. Everybody thinking we have so many playmakers. You don't know who's gonna get the ball.
Right.
Hey,
it's going to be a great game.
It's hard to feed everybody with a small pot.
Well, this is the keys to the game for you playing the Eagles. And mark my words, the 49ers should come out there and they should give a strong run game. They should be run first no matter what's going on. Let the Eagles know that they've dedicated to the run. Right. And then let Brock Purdy come out of the play action and hit Kittle and Ayuk in the backfield. And even Christian McCaffrey. And you'll catch them off guard. And that's the keys to the game right there for them to win.
It sounds great, but easier said than done.
But a lot of people forget that we're known for robbing. Yeah. The defense is known for takeaways. Yeah. So not just the corners.
Oh, no question.
That's easy to say, but you're talking about the corner. The Eagles
and cause fumbles.
The Eagles is not a heavy pass team. The Eagles are going to get in there and be mano a mano with you with this run game, and they have Mr. Hurts that will run from the quarterback position and drop 30 on you.
Yeah, that's another.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? If we come with a hell of a game plan, that won't happen. He's gonna get nervous and change up too.
But that's your question though. Your coach has not shown he can do a hell of a game plan in a big game. So that's the big question mark for me. I don't trust your coach and I don't trust Purdy.
Yeah, your game plan has to hold up. Yeah, because if it doesn't hold up, your coaching staff panics, and then anything can happen.
Anything can happen. And so it's gonna
I agree.
It's gonna be a great look. It's gonna be a great game. It's the game of the week. It's the game of the season.
I'm looking forward to a great game, but I really think that we're gonna excel because what happened last year is really a bad taste in our mouth.
Hey, I'm putting money on y'all, and that's just because of the game from last year.
We never really got to show that we could play.
Well, listen,
when the quarterback went down, we was done.
Listen to me. I mentioned you guys. I had 5 weeks to go out and get a quarterback, and it's
5.
And it's inexcusable that you had Brock Purdy and then you relied on Josh Johnson and McCaffrey as being your quarterbacks in the NFC Championship game.
Not just relied on Josh Johnson. They had Christian McCaffrey and
right.
What's the Swiss Army knife name? Debo. McCaffrey and Debo, but you had the journeyman throwing the ball like he's Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. Tom Brady
in the NFC Championship game.
In the NFC. Thank you.
You see, like I said, that's coaching. Coaching got shaky.
And that's the reason.
And that's the reason why we have
win away from the running game.
And that's the reason why we don't have faith in y'all because your coach, you still got the same coach.
There you have it.
So until he shows us different, I can't put trust in him.
Long as Purdy stays healthy in this game, I think you guys will be fine in this game. But I don't think you guys will get to see the Eagles. I don't think you guys will get to see the Eagles again. And I also think with this victory will be your Super Bowl. Well, I gotta call it the way I say.
He's calling it. So he got the Eagles. I was like, he got the Niners. I got the Eagles.
Yeah, I got the Eagles to win the whole thing, but this game I'm going with the 49ers.
Okay.
Well, I put a question mark on them winning the whole game, but other than that,
I mean that's you're supposed to because you do have a Super Bowl caliber team.
Right.
You just have the coaches call the plays, not the players. Let me remind you of that.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
You should win the game, but like I said, I just don't trust your coach enough to do what it needs to get done to win the game. That's my feeling. Y'all have more talent, but talent only goes as far as if you have the coaching to make it work.
Yep, because you had the talent last year and you didn't use it.
Didn't use it.
You put them on the bench, and the dude that hadn't played all year long, you went off his arm.
A journeyman. He couldn't even keep the Commander's job.
And every 49er fan I talked to was like, we had lost the game when Purdy went out. Yeah. We had lost it. I remember when Carolina played the Wildcat one season because we didn't have a good quarterback. And we were winning games with the Wildcat. Far be it for them to know that Christian McCaffrey was a quarterback.
He was a quarterback.
So and he's a running back. So he would have been it's things that could have happened to put.
It doesn't even bother me with that. But what bothered me is that they didn't even get the ball to McCaffrey just out of running game in the second half.
And every fan I talked to was like, well, we had just lost. We had just lost.
He had like 13, 14 carries for the whole game.
Thank you.
They changed the whole game. They changed the whole game to the second quarterback, and I don't know why they did that.
In that game, McCaffrey should have had anywhere between 30 to 35 rushes. It's the NFC Championship.
And so should Debo because your quarterback was gone.
Your quarterback was gone. He should have had the ball so much. They had to pick him off the turf and say, nah, you got to run it again.
But those are the games that the big players are supposed to do big things.
Yeah, I mean, it's a championship.
Right.
It's a no-brainer.
Right. You having Josh Johnson throw the ball around like he's Peyton Manning. I wanted you guys to win that game. I had picked the Niners to win, and so I was pissed off when I saw
decision making. That's what it boiled down to.
Yeah, we were talking back and forth during the game. We were like, why do you keep having this guy throw the ball?
Hey, it was crazy.
Well, I'm gonna throw something in the hat for the Super Bowl. It depends on what Vegas want to see.
Yeah, it's not
we always go for that one. I don't go for that one, but it's always something nice to see. That's what losing teams say. Yeah. It's always has something to do with Vegas.
Yeah, we that's for a whole nother show.
I'm just speaking. I've been watching football ever since the 70s.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, when it come down to money talking, bullshit walk.
Always.
Yeah, that's easy to be said, but guess what? With 53 people on each roster, somebody's gonna tell, man. Yeah, ain't nobody told. That's just something that people like to say. That's like the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot.
Well, we've had the argument before about the officiating. We feel the officiating plays a lot bigger role in these games in fixing it than anything else.
I'll go for that.
Yeah, that we can go with. Is that there are officials who definitely blow the whistle when they shouldn't blow it,
and suspect calls,
and don't see something they're supposed to see. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry.
But we are at an age where we have the technology to fix all that. So NFL, NBA, soccer, get it together. We have the technology. Let's make sports great.
I agree.
Let's make it great.
I agree.
There's no reason. There's too much on the line for someone to sit there and say, "Well, it was the right call, but we missed it," or "We should have done this, but we didn't."
But thank you for calling in. We gotta finish up because we getting down. We only got 10 minutes left,
and we've been waiting for the Panthers because we've been waiting to talk about these Panthers all show.
And nobody want to hear about my team.
Oh,
man.
Yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We've been waiting for this conversation.
All right. Well, I got something to say.
Yeah, thank you for calling. Though, look, please listen. This is gonna be good. Please listen. This is a must listen.
See, I don't like the sound of your voice right now.
I
Steve.
love the sound of my voice.
Thank you, Darnell. What's up, Lathan Mahalia Jr.? Oh, that must be Lamont's brother.
Yeah, he hung up on your brother, man. I don't know why he didn't just tell him, hey, let me call back in 5 minutes. He said, here, way on the line. I'm gonna go get his other call.
Now your brother hung up. I didn't hang up on him. He said the NSC runs through Philly. He said, come see us. Hurst is on the mission.
Hurst is on the mission. Yeah, it was me. I agree with you. I said he's a different beast. I haven't seen in Brock Purdy yet what I've seen in Hurst. Hurst has shown me he can take the game over on his own. I have not seen it with Purdy yet. Purdy needs everybody else to be in play.
Long as Philly stays healthy, I see Philly winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's my.
I see them not just winning easy.
Well,
that slow, methodical game that they play, I see them winning it easy.
You got 2 top receivers. You got a tight end. You got 2 solid running backs. You got Hurts. Offensive line is solid, and you got a strong defense. What else do you need?
This looks like one of those teams that could be a dynasty.
Yeah,
I feel they can go back to back playing the same way they playing.
I agree.
Go to the draft and get this bolster the rankings and the people. Oh my goodness, it's going to be crazy.
I'm agreeing with you, but let's not hold off anymore. I see that blue and black football over there. We got something we need to get off our chest.
Oh my goodness!
Because this has been waiting since Monday morning. Monday morning, first thing in the morning, I had to make a phone call.
Oh, whoa!
What did I call you? I called you first thing Monday morning.
Well, we talked about the big game coming up. Yeah. Now I guess we might as well talk about as we talked about heads rolling. You all know, Mr. Frank Wright lost his job. Now you know what? I'm not a person that bask in anybody losing their job or someone being hurt. You know what I'm saying? I wish him much respect. I thank him for trying. I just believe that his technique, we'll call it, just wasn't right for Carolina. Just wasn't right for Carolina. The thinking, and it's not even on him, because before he got there, they got rid of Christian McCaffrey. This was the main thing that was wrong with this. You knew we were going. Somebody in the upper ups had to know we were going for the number one pick, right? Or going for a good prospecting quarterback. Who gets the best quarterback out the draft, and then you get rid of all his number one weapons? What was the thinking behind that? Who did that? So I can't blame this. Put this fairly on Frank Reich's shoulder, but I'm happy he's gone.
Say who did it. Let's just cut the crap. Who made those decisions? Who made all those calls?
Cali Cat Pack, Roar Riot, Panther Nation. Holla if you with me. You know, Mr. Temper.
Yeah, hey, thank you.
He's made some poor decisions, but this is a first-time owner. This is a billionaire playing, I guess, a billionaire game.
No, I'm gonna cut you off right there. Look, as someone who was a long-suffering Commanders fan, I was in your shoes at one time. I was somebody who, when Daniel Snyder became the owner of the Redskins, I was sitting there saying, "Oh, let's just give him a chance. He's a new owner. Let's give him the time." No, he is what he is.
We got a call.
Go ahead.
Blow Sports. Who's calling?
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
What's up? Where are you calling from, sir?
Super Bowl, Los Angeles.
All right. Oh, what do you call it? What do you got to say? Who's your team?
I just heard you say Philly going to the Super Bowl.
Not just going to the Super Bowl. Philly going to go to the Super Bowl, and they're going to win the Super Bowl. That's what I said.
No, they're not.
Who's winning the Super Bowl, Mr. Johnson?
49ers going to 49ers going to win the Super Bowl. Okay? It's going to be for. You ain't going to like what I'm about to say, man. It's going to be 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
wow. 49ers and Baltimore Ravens.
Okay,
that's interesting. Yeah, you know they lost their tight end for the season, right?
Well, no, he's not necessarily gone. They say he might be back.
Oh, okay.
So he's not going for the season.
That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, they said it wasn't as bad as they thought it was, so he may just be back.
Okay. Oh, that's good to hear. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
What I think is a lot of people is not looking at the fact of what happened last year when Philly beat us without a quarterback. So they really didn't get a chance to really play us. They really didn't get a chance to play. They gonna play us for the first time.
Well, like I said,
this Sunday
they gonna and we had an Eagle fan that was on here. You're gonna play them for the first time with the same line.
Yeah.
Is the 49er line going to hold up and block Brock Purdy this time, or will Brock Purdy be seeing the turf a whole lot? What do you think?
I believe so. I believe we put in another guard on the right side for the last 3 weeks, and he's been doing pretty good. He's been holding up, had maybe like one pressure. So I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be okay.
All
they
right.
just ain't seen that.
Did you hear what I said was going to happen?
No, I didn't.
I said the 49ers were going to what?
Win this game, but then lose in the Super Bowl too. Or lose, or the Eagles will make the Super Bowl. So he's picking you guys to win this game.
You're going to win this game.
But he says you're not going to make it to the Super Bowl, though. It's going to be the Eagles.
And here's more man. Steve, Vegas got them need those 3 points for a reason. Vegas don't lose money. They in it to win.
They in it to win it.
That's why it's called Las Vegas.
It's going to be a great game. I like the fact the game's in Philly. I think that's the overriding fact. It's a home game for the Eagles. They don't have to travel.
Last time they played in
Eagles in Philly too.
They played in Philly last time too?
Yeah. And quite frankly, the Niners have to win because if they don't win, they're going to be playing in Philly again in the playoffs.
Woo!
Because the Phillies, they're going to have the home field.
It could be a snow game.
It could be a snow game.
So, and then that might change things being a snow game.
Big time. It always changes things.
It might make the 49ers do what they have to do.
But they should have done it last year. You and I watched the game last year. Let's forget about the quarterback being out. Purdy was knocked out. They're throwing the ball around like Josh Johnson was.
The coach does not know what to do when his scheme is not going the right way. He doesn't know what to do, period.
You had a healthy McCaffrey in the NFC Championship game, and he only ran the ball to him 13 times.
And every 49er fan I talked to was like, we lost anyway because Purdy was out. They forgot that we watched the games all season long and saw they had Jimmy Garoppolo,
right?
That they were running the ball through, so they had the running plays.
They had the running plays, and it made no sense. But your offensive line, y'all should have had. It should have been back to 1960s football where
and ran it down
their mouth, and they can't take it no more. And you got Debo. Yeah,
I mean, I hear what you're saying. But you know how it is when at a time like that, something happens so fast, till he just start thinking like he get a little nervous.
Yeah, he got a lot of nerves in that game.
A whole lot nervous
because he just totally.
Yeah, he got a little because he got like he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, I mean they just.
I seen that.
Hey, but all you Eagles fans that's in the thread, and all you 49er fans, we want to see y'all call back next week because the results will be in then.
Yeah, I mean, if the Niners win, I'm going to move them up to number one.
No, it's not. If they win, the Niners will win this game, but the Eagles will win the Super Bowl.
All right.
My team, Eagles is not going to the Super Bowl. It's going to be the 49ers.
Hey, you know what?
Baltimore.
This game,
right.
Both teams need to stay healthy. Because remember, last time y'all played, people wasn't healthy after that game.
Right.
This game, people need to stay healthy.
Everybody's healthy.
And what I will say, you guys are going into this game with that. What's that new defensive end that you got? That the
Chase Young.
Chase Young. Ooh wee.
They need him to step it up though.
Ooh wee. From two sides this time.
Yeah, well,
I'm telling you, they ain't seen nothing yet. This defense, Jalen Hurts, he's gonna be pregnant. After the game, he's going to be pregnant before the game is over with because they're going to sack him so much.
All right.
He ain't going to be able to take I'm telling you.
If that's the case.
And all that running he be doing, he better be careful.
Yeah.
He better be careful doing all that running.
I mean, that's...
All the running quarterbacks that run a lot,
right?
They'll start running after a while. He just ain't got caught. So he better see. We got the linebackers to slow him down. So you better start running.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm excited for it. I think this should be the game of the year, and I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, either team can definitely win.
This is definitely going to be the exciting game.
It's an exciting game. It's a game, a must-watch game. It's the game. Why is this game not on Sunday, Monday Night Football?
This is a game they should flex. This is what I've been saying. When we know it's a big game, flex it to the night game.
You got Chiefs Packers playing at the night game when this game should be the night game.
Main focus game.
Main focus game.
I would even took this game on a Thursday night. Yeah. I would have took this game on a Monday night. We even got Sunday night. We don't get it on neither time.
Neither time. No. That bothers me.
I'm surprised myself they got it at 1:00.
Yeah, it's 1:20. Why is this a 1:25 game when you got two teams in the NFC Championship game playing?
But mark my words, like I said, the 49ers will win this game, Eagles will win the Super Bowl, but everybody has to stay healthy because the 49ers, I'm not putting you out. I'm just not I don't have any faith in your coaching.
I don't have no faith in your coach either.
You got the talent, you got the people, but they got to call the plays.
And to be honest, I don't have faith in Purdy in a big game. He hasn't shown me yet in a big game.
I like Purdy. I think Purdy would be just fine.
Not in a big game. I think against weaker competition, he's great. But I haven't seen him take a game over yet.
Well, you're going to see this week.
We're going to see this week.
Okay.
He's going to show you.
Well, if he shows me, then he gets to win.
He's going to show you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you what the score is going to be. 27-17.
Woo. That's a lot of points.
27-17.
That's 10 points. Ooh.
All I can say is the Eagles are slow and methodical. They a machine that just move.
Yeah.
Don't get caught in the grinder.
Okay.
they haven't played a defense like our defense.
All right,
that's right.
Well, we're excited either way. We just want because Package wants to keep talking to you because he don't want to talk about what we really need to talk about. He's been stalling you.
Thank you for calling in.
We love your calling, but we got to hear about the Panthers.
Yeah, we got to finish the show, and we got to do our picks for this week. And please, next week we go. The results will be in this Philly Eagles game. Philly Eagles game. Philly 49ers game.
There you go.
Please call in. We want to hear what y'all got to say then. Winners or losers, both sides.
I'm going to cut you off because I know it's too painful for you to say, so I'm going to say it for you. All right, the Carolina Panthers in the last year and a half are now going to their fourth head coach. The Pittsburgh Steelers in the last 54 years have only had 3 head coaches. Mm-hmm. You had Chuck Noll, you had Cowher, and you have now Tomlin. Mm-hmm. Your organization is a dumpster fire. Right now, your organization is what the Commanders have been for the last 25 years. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I know you don't want to say it. I'm going to say it for you. Okay. The organization traded a number 1, a number 2, and your top wide receiver, 2 number 2s, and your top wide receiver, DJ Moore, to the Bears to get a quarterback. You went out and hired Frank Reich as your quarterback, your coach, who's a quarterback guru, supposedly. That's what they say he is. He wanted C.J. Stroud. Your owner, who was not a quarterback guru, said, I want Bryce Young. Why do you hire somebody to be your quarterback guru if you don't trust what his decision is on who you want to hire as your quarterback? That is Daniel Snyder-esque. You can't say nothing because this is true. And then to top it off, then you're going to sit there and now come out in this press conference and throw Bryce Young under the bus.
He did not throw Bryce Young under the bus.
He threw Bryce Young under the bus and said, well, some of us did want C.J. Stroud too. There was kind of, there was a little division in the room. How's Bryce Young going to be able to look at his guys in the face and look at the other players in the face when they're like, shit, we could have had C.J. Stroud. We could have had C.J. Stroud as our quarterback. We got you instead.
Bryce Young, look me in the face, sir.
Yes.
You will be just fine. Don't worry about these haters.
I'm not a hater.
Do what is it, Mariah Carey? Dust them off. Just dust them off.
I'm a hater on David Tepper for putting him in that position. For sitting there and now this guy got to sit here and try to resurrect a career. He shouldn't have had to resurrect the career. He's a rookie. He's playing how a rookie is supposed to play.
David Tepper is a brand new owner. He's a brand new, not brand new billionaire, but he's a brand new owner. He's gotten here, and it's funny because he was with the Pittsburgh Steelers organization before he came to Carolina. So you would think that he would understand
how to run an organization.
Yes, but his first attempt was pulling a college coach to come coach
Matt Rule
to come coach grown men.
Yes.
His next attempt was pulling a coach that didn't do good at his last job.
Well, wait, no, you skipped something. He had a coach who the players wanted to keep, who was 6-6.
Well, I was.
You skipped that part though.
No. I was getting there because the people he hired was Rule and Wright.
Yes.
He skipped over the person that he should have kept. It was a no-brainer. Behind what this man did in a short time.
6-6.
Now, you ask me, Cali Cat Pack, Roaring Riot, Panther Nation, bear with me. You either go back and you kiss Steve Wilkes' feet and you tell him how wrong you were and you try to get him back on the staff. It's the only way we bring this organization up. Or you get Harbaugh and you bring him in. Am I saying this? Am I pronouncing this name right?
It's right.
You go there, but you got to give them.
It's wrong because it's not going to happen.
You got to give them complete control. Let people that play that know how to coach football, know how to put the X's and O's on the board, be themselves, and you be the owner. You can chime in at times, but let the coach do his thing.
Okay, we just said that the man picked a quarterback. You think he's going to change his skin color and be something different? No. he's an owner that's going to be involved and decide to make. They said he was even trying to call plays. That was one of the issues that Reich had, was that he actually was coming down and telling them we need. And then the topper, I don't know, did you read the article today? Was that
this is all hearsay? I haven't read that he was trying to call in plays.
I'm gonna say it. Well, yeah,
he was trying to do an Al Davis.
He was trying to do an Al Davis and make play calls. And the topper was that other coaches on the offensive said, "Hey, let's add some more run play options for Bryce Young so we can utilize RPOs so we can utilize his strengths." And Reich said, "No, that's not how I coach." And that was what I heard was going to be the final straw, was that he said, "I coach a certain way, and this is the way I'm going to do it." Not playing to Bryce Young's strength, because Bryce Young is a running quarterback. That's what he does.
And that lets you know how good of a coach this guy was.
Right?
How do you get a quarterback and he's great at what he does and you don't let him do what he do?
I'm agreeing with you. I said it was every aspect of it was a mistake. That's why I'm saying, as an owner, Panther fans need to just sit there and say, we need to get this owner, do what we did in Washington, put pressure on the organization to force the owner out. Do it now. Don't play around, because Daniel Snyder, we played around with him and it took 25 years to get rid of him.
If he doesn't go back and get Steve Wilkes or Harbaugh, then I will agree with you.
Okay, who wants that job? What respectful coach would want that job, seeing how they did Frank Reich? Why would you, when there's going to be other jobs available, why would you want to go to that job?
Because you would take that job with the pace of being able to take control of everything.
No.
Not being over there and he still have a hand in it. All he should do is sign the checks.
But he's not going to do that, though. That's the problem that with transparency. We had that with Daniel Snyder. He's not going to not be involved. It's his DNA. He's somebody he's already shown. Like I said, 4 coaches in a year and a half.
3 strikes, you're out. It's only 2. He's the owner.
Okay,
it's the owner.
All right, so you're
Harbaugh or Steve Wilkes.
Neither one's going.
Next week,
Steve Wilkes back. He can have him back.
Why would?
I don't like the way he coached.
Why would Harbaugh lead this? Yeah. Why would Harbaugh lead this plum situation in Michigan, where he's going to go Chomino every year? Why would he lead that to go to the headache of Carolina?
To become great.
Right,
to become great.
You're right. I'm on your side with that.
Listen, he left the Niners. The Niners were a Super Bowl team.
No. The Niners ran him out.
Well, call it what you want to call it.
He didn't leave the Niners. He got ran out.
Well, he got ran out. Call it what you want.
They had their torches and they got him out of town.
Yeah, but now you think he's going to want to coach in Carolina when the team has no first round picks for the next 2 years?
Steve, just 1 year. Calm down, Steve.
2 years.
Next year we got a first round pick
next year. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Are
you sure?
I don't even like the way you hold your arms. He's got his arms folded with the
I'm comfortable.
Boy.
Because I've been waiting for this for a long time. Because I've been arguing this for 2 years now, and I've had to hear Packett over and over again tell me, we just wait.
Just wait. And you still got to wait.
He's been saying this for 2 years.
Bryce Young got a 3-year threshold.
This is me.
Don't worry, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
They had Baker Mayfield quarterback with Sam Darnold backing up, McCaffrey, DJ Young, and your defense, and a number 1 pick. And they messed it all up. They destroyed it all in 1 year.
The sad part is I cannot argue with you on that one.
They had the whole thing.
I want to argue with you so bad, but I cannot argue with you on that one. That's the sad part.
And the sad part, this is the owner. They had all that and let it all go in 1 year, and ended with less than what they had before. They had their number 1 and number 2 picks, and McCaffrey and DJ Moore.
Hey, Steve, I ain't gonna let you just sit here and kick me out. You act like I'm part of the organization.
No,
I'm one of those diehard Panther fans. Cali Cat Pack, Roaring Riot, Panther Nation. Y'all feel me?
Because
y'all feel me. We understand. We've been we've only had one win before. We've had this once before. So we understand. We tired of this.
Listen,
we are tired of this.
I know.
And we don't need to be kicked. We understand what's going on.
Because when I told you why I went against the Washington Commanders, you're like saying, well, you're a fan. You should stand by your team no matter what. So I want to hear you stand by your team no matter what.
I'm standing by my team no matter what.
Okay.
See, you're trying to kick us because of what your organization went through for 25 years.
25 years.
Temper only had this team for how many years, Steve?
Where he's going is going to be 20 years of misery.
Nah, he's going to get it right. This third time's the charm. Okay. Third time's the charm.
All right, let's get some picks.
Let's get into these picks. First pick.
Sir.
You ready?
Seahawks at the Cowboys. I'm taking the Cowboys.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys too.
Mike, who you taking?
Cowboys.
He didn't sound happy when he said it.
Yeah, none of us like
Chargers at the Patriots. I'm taking the Chargers.
Chargers.
No, I got at the Patriots. I'm gonna take the Patriots with the upset.
Hey,
Chargers. That coach got to go. Staley is so horrible.
Mac Jones got benched already.
Exactly, and that's why I'm taking the Patriots. That's an upgrade.
Thank you. I need to gain a win on you. Thank you so much.
I got
Lions at the Saints.
Lions bounce back.
The Lions go.
Taking the Lions also. Falcons at the Jets. I'm taking the Falcons.
I got the Falcons.
I roll with the Falcons too.
Cardinals at the Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers. You notice how quiet the Steelers been, but they've been winning.
But that's an organization, a smart organization. They don't have to have great players. They just have to have a great approach.
And this is why when Temper came here, I was like, he came from the Steelers. The Steelers have a culture over there of winning.
It's a culture.
Yeah, but did they just fire their offensive coordinator or somebody?
Yeah, and they got better. They fired Canada a couple weeks ago, and the offense has improved.
Broke a record last week. They put up like 500 yards or something.
Yeah,
they 7-4. A quiet 7-4.
I got the Steelers too.
Mike, did you take the Steelers?
I take the Steelers.
Colts at the Titans. The running back for the Colts is Taylor might not play.
I still like Gardner Minshew. I'm gonna take the Colts.
Man. I picked the Colts on some of my sheets, but I gotta beat you. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Titans.
Okay,
I'm behind, so I gotta.
You way behind.
But the Colts is the for sure pick. But right. I'm taking the Titans for the upset. Dolphins go in there to play the Commanders.
Oh, this is easy, Dolphins. Don't say Commanders.
I'm taking the Dolphins also.
Yeah.
Ooh, 2 6-5 teams. Russell Wilson, they got his name back recently because he used to be RW. He's going down to Texas to play the Texans. CJ Stroud against a prime vet. I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah, I got the Broncos too. The defense is playing too good.
The Broncos gonna lose their winning streak.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Carolina is going there to play Tampa Bay.
Do we have to even ask?
I'm taking Carolina.
Okay. You can take them. I got Tampa. You can take it. You can take them all you want. He's been taking them all year.
Baker Mayfield, he looked real good with Tampa
Bay. He's lost 10 games this year taking Carolina.
That's the sound that we got to hear him and get him out of here, Mike.
All right.
We got to hear him finish these picks. So Mike and Steve are taking the Bucks, and I'm taking Carolina, moving to the Browns to come in here to L.A. to play the Los Angeles Rams. I'm taking the Rams for the upset in L.A.
I got the Browns. I like what I see out of Dorian Thompson.
Yeah. Okay. Matthew Stafford gonna stand up. Watch.
Okay.
Steve. Mike, who you taking?
The Browns.
Okay.
Okay, good move.
49ers going there to Philly to play the Eagles, where last time they were there, they sent them home packing.
Like I said again, they're gonna send them home packing again. I got the Eagles.
I'm taking the Niners.
No. We will show the world who's gonna go to the Super Bowl after Sunday.
Chiefs go down to Green Bay to play the Packers. Chiefs to win, but I'm taking the Packers for the upset. Okay. Don't pick this on the people for gambling.
Please don't.
I'm doing this because I got to catch Steve, and this is going to be a good game because the Packers wide receivers are terrible.
Yes, they are. I got the Chiefs.
I take the Chiefs.
Last game, Bengals going in to play the Jaguars. And yes, I'm taking the Jags.
I got the Jags too. There's no way I'm taking the Bengals. Not with that quarterback.
That's Monday night.
Jaguars.
Yeah, everybody got Jags on that.
All right. Thank you, Mike, for calling, man.
We appreciate it, man. That's it. Please call back next week when this game's over.
I don't care who wins. We want you to call back.
I will be calling back next week.
All right. We're looking forward to it.
All right. You have a good one, sir.
You too.
You guys too. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you. Oh, and I do want to close on this note too. And this is another reason why I'm saying about your owner being such a bad. I'm not going to let you go on this one. Yeah, I got Jim Caldwell in your coaching staff. Why did you not make him your interim head coach?
How you know he didn't want to be a coach right now? How you know that?
Of course he wants to be a coach. Why would he want to be an assistant to the offensive coordinator when he can be a head coaching job? Of course, you got Jim Caldwell who led the Colts to the Super Bowl on your coaching staff, and you got Chris Tabor, the special teams coach, as the interim head coach. Does that make any sense to you?
No, Steve. A lot of stuff that Temper did don't make sense, man.
Okay, I'm just leaving it.
I can't argue that fact with you.
You just keep talking about this 2 strikes and give him 1 more strike
because
he's been about 5 strikes already.
He has to know that he has to put a real bona fide coach in there and give this man control.
Yeah.
He has to see that his decisions have been horrific for the Carolina Panthers.
He let Baker Mayfield go for nothing. Mayfield now is a starting quarterback for the Buccaneers. You got nothing for him. Not even a draft pick. Just released him.
I can't even argue that situation. But I'm looking to Carolina fans. I'm looking to the owner, Mr. Temper. Please make the right decision and bring Harbaugh or Wicks or Wicks that you shouldn't have overlooked last season. Pull the trigger, man. Pull the trigger.
Yeah.
What you're doing is not working. Just look back at what you've done. None of it has worked.
Man.
We must try something different. We're at a point right now where you can make a difference and make the fan base happy with you once again. No, we do not want Ron Rivera back.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes,
Leave them with the Commanders.
Yes, you do, though.
No.
We will trade him to you.
We did not get a Super Bowl win with him.
We'll offer you a trade. You can have him.
No, it's okay.
And we'll give you a draft pick. We'll give you a draft pick for him.
No, thank you.
Listen to me. McCaffrey had 11 touchdown runs this year, 17 total. I think the Panthers have total this year.
Hey guys,
take a guess.
We're gonna end the show, and thank you for calling.
I'm gonna say, guys, look, 2. Y'all have 2 rushing touchdowns all year.
I hate the way he's smiling right now.
2.
Please subscribe,
McCaffrey has 11,
and we'll see y'all next week at 7.
All right, guys.
We'll see y'all soon.
I've had enough fun for the night. Peace.
Boy, you.